Okay, everyone, and welcome back to the market wrap up for the 26th of January 2021. If you guys are new here, essentially what I do is I just turn on my camera, we load up some charts, we talk about what I'm seeing in the market. Um, as I kind of compile all these charts and I get them all together for my website, Stats Edge Trading Pro, which you can go to www.statsedgetrading.com or the link in the description below. If you want to see this kind of analysis on a daily basis, kind of all wrapped up into a nice little blog post. So let's just get right into it right away, and let's actually start with the crypto side of things. BTC USD. Actually, just click this one. It's got all my drawings. Really nothing to do here. In the live stream, I kind of mentioned how I took a short in through there as 40K broke down. We've been watching that level forever. We've had this line in here. Now, really, if you're below 30K and you're below 40K and you're above 30K, I don't think there's really anything to do. I think you're just kind of in the environment where you just have to wait and see which one of these resolves with Bitcoin anyway. If we get above 40K, maybe interested in for a long. If we get below 30K, I may continue to short. I took out most of that short, just FYI, kind of in this area. A little bit left just in case things get wild, but basically was just looking for a scalp on that support break. The only other one that I want to talk to was ADA USD. If we go into Kraken here, seems to be holding this $1 just incredibly well, right? Call it 1 to 105. So I've got this one on watch. If it can kind of reclaim this level at, say, 120, above 120, I may look to get involved there with a stop just under 1. No real trend in sight, not really a strong name that I would call it, but just the fact that it keeps battling in this area. So if I get involved over 120, I know immediately when I'm out, and then I can move on from there. Not really much. Let's spend most of our time here. Let's go into the equity markets. And again, these what you're seeing right here is trade ideas. I use both trade ideas and TrendSpider for my trading. So if you're interested in either of those, again, there's links on the website that will actually that will be discount links, so it'll save you a bit of money. But then there are also affiliate links, so they will help out the channel. One thing I wanted to draw for you guys right away that I thought was super interesting. If we go out here into, so where is it? It's just about here. So let's draw it from there. And we draw an anchored VWAP from roughly that area. So that's 2021 to date. And an anchored VWAP, what this does, it tells us roughly where the average market participant is for whatever we're looking at. So from the beginning of 2021 until now, you can see that this is acting as a lot of support in this sell-off, along with this 420 area that we talked about in the live stream right here and here. Those live streams are Sunday. If you're interested, I always email out my email list, which again is on my website. So I email them right before or the day before I go live if you're interested in that. But we just do all of this live, and then I answer questions and I'll look at people's charts that they want me to look at and all of that. But so I think that's got to be your obvious level, is this anchored VWAP. As long as we're above that and this kind of bottoming tail that we got on Monday, I think, we could continue to bounce. Below that is where I start to get nervous. Things start to get a little bit worrisome. That's where I'll probably take a little bit more of a defensive stance with my portfolios and trading as well. For now, I've been using this as a nice opportunity to find some relative strength and what's not selling. IWM here. This one looks really bad. So this is our small caps, and this is going to be the most dangerous look, I think, of everything that I'm seeing here in this IWM. So be careful of small caps. This support area that we've been looking at forever finally broke, and now we're just basing below this. So this is a potential bear flag going on right here below resistance or below support. So we have to check that out. When I talk about relative strength, I'm looking at things like KIE. So KIE is just a spider, just a an industry group of insurance stocks. And you can see how this one's holding up relatively well compared to the rest of the market. Maybe putting in a high base here, so we'll see if this resolves higher. Then we need to start looking at some of the kind of insurance names like Bro and things like that. For individual names, FGen, I've had on watch for a while. Full disclosure, I am in some of this. Essentially, just looking at the big rounded bottom that's going on here. And then it has this declining trend line. So if we can break that and move higher, I like that. I also like the fact that earnings is a while away. So it gives us time to take the trade and be out before earnings. The rest of the things that I'm looking at are nice little pullbacks names. So LHT, for example, this one's got this kind of declining triangle going on right here. So if we can get over 16 bucks, I'm interested in that one. The rest of them are all pretty boring because those are the names that seem to be working. So like CME, for example, if we do the same anchored VWAP trick on CME, you can see that that's touching right here from this kind of significant low. And it's just holding up in this flag right here. So I think you can buy some of those lows right there. So that's what I'm watching for this week. Again, if you guys are interested in more of what I'm doing and more of what's going on here, you can just come on over to statsedgetrading.com. You can follow me on Twitter. I'm just Michael Noss CMT there. Subscribe and like and all of that stuff. For more content like this, I'm planning on really ramping up the YouTube content in the coming months. So, again, thank you everyone for hanging out, and I'll talk to you soon.